Welcome to Talking Dentures, where Simon answers all your questions about dentures.
This is an interesting question that I get asked a lot in clinic, and it's by Snory Sharon. I've never had Snory Sharon in my denture clinic before, but Snory Sharon asked Snory Sharon asked the question, can you sleep with your dentures in? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, if your dentures are nice and clean and they don't have any signs of plaque or bacteria building up on them, then they're perfectly safe to sleep with them. Oh, and as long as they fit properly as well. If they're really loose and you have to glue them in, it's probably not a good idea to sleep with them in. But generally, these days, my recommendation is that you should sleep with them in because there's lots of benefits for sleeping with them in. That said, you might want to book in to see your local CDT or dentist and ask them. However, and I see this quite a lot of dentists will recommend that you don't sleep with the denture in just because they're referring to what we used to recommend years ago. And back in the day, they used to make dentures from vulcanized rubber. So literally rubber that was pressure and heat treated to make it very sort of hard. So it wasn't like the flexible rubber that you'd think of, you know, car tyres and that being made of. But it was a type of rubber. It was called vulcanized rubber, and it wasn't good for you. And so back then they would recommend that you take your dentures out. And even after that, the other materials and things like that could irritate the gum and cause problems. But these days, generally, it's perfectly safe to sleep with the dentures in. The time when I would advise my patients not to is if the dentures are particularly built up with plaque and bacteria, or if the acrylic has perished and it's started to become porous, so it loses its pink colour and it becomes sort of a very pale pink rather than a fleshy pink. And also if the dentures are not fitting well, because then they can be causing damage. But then you shouldn't be wearing them in the day either. So that's my advice. Just get it checked. If you're worried that, you know, your dentures are not in the best condition, then it's probably better to not sleep with them in. Hope that answered your question. And we will see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to send us your questions. There's a link in the description below. Bye!